What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the Gotcha Mogul, here again with another banger video. And this video is going to be different from my usual kind of content, guys. This video is more so for my Epic 7 players that are out there that I know you're watching my videos and you're kind of juggling in your head whether or not Artery gear is the game for you, just like I was. So I created a list of the 5 most important things to me that made me decide to pick up Artery gear, and maybe this can help you decide whether or not this game is worth your investment. So the first thing that I need to point out, the gearing system is completely different but not so different. So you do farm hunts just like in Epic 7 to find good gear, but in a different way. Now in this game, you plus 15 gear, and through plus 15 in gear, you don't get stat rolls that are added onto random stats like in Epic 7. Your gear comes with fixed stats already, and through plus 15 in your gear, that's how you unlock all of your stats. Now 6-star gear, gold gear, always comes with 4 stats, and at rank 3 you unlock your first stat, rank 6 you unlock your second stat, rank 10 you unlock your third stat, and rank 15 you unlock your fourth stat. And again, these stats are all fixed, but the difference is they have this thing called a fuse system in this game. So I'll just go over that very briefly, where you go to your fleet and you go to science vessel, and this is insane. You can actually take gear from your hunts, and if it's part of a set that you like, you can, from that same hunt, as long as gear is from that same hunt, you can actually take stats from one gear and put it into the gear set that you want. Now in Epic 7, a perfect example is Wyvern, right? Let's say you are farming Wyvern and you get a piece of gear and it has all the stats you want. And you know, in Wyvern they have the speed set, they have the accuracy set, and then they have the, I forgot what third set is. No one cares what it is, right? So speed set, accuracy set, and the crit set. That is actually really important. But let's say that you really wanted really good speed rolls, but it landed on the accuracy set and you wanted it on your speed set. That in this game is not a problem, because as long as it's part of the same hunt, you can take the rolls from one piece of gear that's in a different set and put it and feed it into the other. So that's the benefit of this game, of their system. But the problem is the scarcity that comes to upgrading gear. So you can't come into this game like, oh, I'm just going to farm a bunch of gears and upgrade every like gear I want into plus 15. No, you take a select few sets that you want to plus 15, you lock them in, and you literally farm to find perfect rolls to feed into these plus 15 gears, because upgrade mats are extremely limited in this game, even in the shop, right? You can whale as much as you want. That is where they have like a real progression ceiling in this game, even for whales. Even whales right now are sitting with hundreds of gold rolls, perfect gear in their inventory right now, because they cannot plus 15 their gear because they just don't have enough upgrade mats, and you get them weekly and there's nothing you can do about that. So they force you to think in a quality scarcity mindset, where you just focus on perfecting the plus 15 gear that you've already invested in, and you just move along from there. After you max out plus 15ing a set of gear, you move on to the next one and the next one and etc. Now the second thing that you need to know about this game is that there is offline auto. Now this is a significant quality of life. This is such a big deal that I believe that if Epic 7 decided to put offline auto into this game, that will bring them right back on top, because a lot of Epic 7's pains are the gearing pains, right? Because you have to spend so much time farming, because you have to just leave your sets that you find on units, because you can't swap them willy-nilly, right? Because you would spend a significant amount of gold doing that. In this game, you really just focus on just your farming, and I'm going to actually show you how you do that. Focus on your farming, you press AI combat, make sure that this offline battle is box is checked, and you just turn off your device, walk away, whatever the case may be. But note, it is not dislight. You can't do other activities while you're farming. unfortunately. Maybe they'll add it in later, who knows. But what that means for you is that it, gearing is significantly less of a pain than it is in Epic 7, specifically because all you're doing is farming all day, looking for rolls that you like, and just throwing away gear that you don't like or feeding it into other gear as upgrade mats. So that's what your day to day is going to look like. Now, the third thing that you need to know, which is a very big deal that a lot of people thought was ruining the PvP meta in Epic 7, is that there are no ML units. ML units being your typical light dark synergy, where they're a neutral element, and that typically is the best element of any strategy turn-based game, right? The neutral units, you can't go wrong investing in them. They don't have any advantages in battle, and they're typically the best units. Now, in this game, they don't have ML units, but what they do have are limited collab banners, and you really don't have a choice but to pull on those banners and making sure you get the units from those banners, because typically they're really, really OP, and they change the meta just from existing, and you're going to wish that you had them. But they still succumb to your regular elemental disadvantages, so they aren't as bad as OP ML units like ML Lilius, for example. And for those of you that play Epic 7, you know what she did to the game. Next is the pity system. Now, the pity system in this game is significantly better than Epic 7's. Epic 7, your pity resets when you get a 5-star. You can literally get 5 stars as much as you want because the pity system doesn't reset at all. What they actually do in this game that's different from Epic 7, for each recruit that you do, because that's what it's called, even if you recruit 10 times, you get tokens. And you rack up your tokens, and that 200 tokens, you can either exchange it for the banner unit that you rolled on, or you wait until the banner is over. They're all converted into regular recruitment coins, and you can now, in the regular recruitment exchange, pick any unit that is a part of the regular recruitment drop rate that is 5 stars. Now, what you need to know, what is even better, when a banner goes away, the units then become a part of the regular recruitment banner as soon as the banner goes away. Now, this is what typically happens. I don't think it's going to happen with the event units, which is why you need to roll for them, specifically because you don't know if they're going to come back around, and they're usually meta changing. From what I've heard, they are meta changing, so you need to get them if you still want to have a good time at PvP. Now, the last thing you need to know, and this is the biggest thing, the shop. The shop in this game is significantly better than Epic 7's. It is not nearly as predatory as Epic 7's as well, because they know what you need, and that is stamina. Stamina is literally king in this game. You spend all day auto farming and offline farming, and you spend a lot of stamina trying to find the rolls to feed into your plus 15 gear that you love. And they don't kind of inflate prices the way that they do in Epic 7 by pairing stamina with crystal, which is the equivalent of the premium currency in Epic 7. And so, perfect example, here you see that this 18 stamina is only $8. Already, this is significantly better price than the leafs in Epic 7, because I believe 22 leafs, you're spending $30. Why? Because they add the crystal with the 22 leaves, and then they inflate the prices because the premium currency is a part of it. And now you're spending $30 just to do a stamina refill pot with that contains 22 staminas. Like, it's horrible, right? But here, no, you have $8. I need 18 more stamina. This gets you a bunch more runs, and you just call it a day. You get what you pay for, and that's with everything. Here is the upgrade mats that I was talking about. Extremely cheap, only $1 each, but you can only get 2 weekly. Imagine that. So you are going to be extremely strapped for upgrade mats in this game, because you're going to be spending a lot of your time finding the rolls through your hunts that you want to feed into your plus 15 gear, and you need to do that through the fuse system that you see that I definitely got right here, right? So to show you what that looks like, this is the currency that you'll be using to take gear from a hunt and take its stats and put it into the plus 15 gear that you want. So you can only get 2 of these weekly through this free currency called the mutation sample that you get from a low barrier to entry kind of activity. It's a PvE activity that costs no stamina, but we'll get into that in a different video. All you need to know is that that is a currency that you need to use, and it is gated. It's not as gated as like a lot of things in Epic 7. So the gearing process here isn't as painstaking. It's just all about finding good rolls that you like, feeding it your plus 15 gear. So that's all I have for this video, you guys. Hopefully I made you decide whether or not you want to pick up Artery gear. I can tell you, for me, the top 2 most important things was that no gold cost to swapping gear. I hated that about Epic 7. And then offline auto. Being able to not have my phone explode is one of the best quality of lives I've ever seen for a gacha game of this type. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.